Tyson, I thought that was a cute slap, buddy, but tomorrow you're getting knocked the fuck out. I'm fucking him up, Burial. I'm fucking him up. He hits like a... It's personal now. It's personal now. He must die.
I didn't really feel it, to be honest. Quite literally didn't really feel it.
You just got slapped in the face by Mike Tyson before your fight. How'd that feel?
It's personal now. I respect it. More sales for the fight, more hype. I love it. This is the Mike Tyson I wanted the whole entire time. So get him angry. Let's bring out the badass motherfucker because he's going to sleep.
Yo, you're jazzed right now.
I love
vibrated?
it. I love this. This is. I mean, I was asking for it all week. He brought the promotion, so I got what I wanted, and it was a slap to the face. Respect. He made a lot of people happy with that.
It was good while it lasted for Jake.
And what would you lose if you lose this fight? Thank you.
I'm not gonna lose.
But just you say that in the last minute of the second
I am
countdown.
not gonna lose. Did you hear what I said?
Thank you.
I think you're the same dumbass from the other venue.
I am
asked
that
that same
guy,
dumbass question,
and you didn't answer
And
the
you're
first time.
and you're sitting here disrespecting Mike Tyson to his face once again.
I asked you a
Do you
question.
not think that he's a serious boxer?
Jake Paul and Mike Tyson bring electrifying tension to their final press conference, setting the stage for a showdown of new age bravado against timeless boxing power. In a packed arena buzzing with anticipation, the host leaned forward, microphone in hand, to address the man everyone was here to see. The crowd eagerly waited, sensing a spark of the fighter they remembered. For Mike, this moment was more than just a return, it was a statement. The energy in the room was electric as fans saw a glimpse of the legend they had long admired.
Everyone wants to know what's going through your mind. Is the old Mike back? Is vintage Mike back? Let us know.
Are you talking to me right now?
Yeah,
Oh yeah. I guess I'm back. Yeah.
you're the star.
I'm just happy to be here. I love you too. Thank you.
As the crowd's cheers subsided, the host mentioned Mike's team's comment labeling Jake as a manufactured killer and Mike as a natural-born killer. Mike reaffirmed the statement with confidence, while Jake remained unfazed, smiling and ready to respond.
You and your team were watching Jake after the Mike Perry fight. You said the difference between me and him is that he's a manufactured killer. He's the killer that papers and TV made. I'm a natural-born killer. That's what you said. That we felt in our bones. That's what everyone who grew up watching you remembers. Can you expand on that? Why is he manufactured and why are you for real?
Jake leaned in, calm but sharp. Everyone has their opinion, he said. But remember, even the deadliest weapon is manufactured. Ever heard of a nuke? The crowd laughed, enjoying the wordplay as Jake pointed to the diamond-studded ear covers he wore. Just here to keep me safe. No one's biting my ear tonight. The conversation took a serious turn as Mike shared his motivation, revealing that the fear of losing was, to him, worse than death. With intense conviction, he stated, "I'm not going to lose." The room fell silent, gripped by his determination. Mike wasn't there for words. He was there to remind everyone of who he truly was.
Do you agree with that, Jake? Is there something to that?
Whatever he wants to think, everyone's entitled to their opinion, but the deadliest weapon on the planet is manufactured, and that's a nuke.
What is going on with your ear over there, Jake, if I could just ask that?
I'm not getting my shit bit off on Friday night, so I got my diamond spiked ear covers right there.
But is there any chance this goes to a decision, or does this have to end in a knockout?
No, someone's getting put to sleep. It's going to be a war, and we're both heavy hitters. It's not going the full 16 minutes.
Jake's response was collected, unfazed by Mike's intensity. When asked if being labeled the underdog bothered him, he shrugged it off. "I'm fine with everything," he said, his voice steady. He seemed calm, yet the tension in the air was undeniable.
How disrespected does that make you feel, and why do you think you are the underdog?
Thank you. Hey, I'm fine with everything.
Amidst lighthearted banter, Jake couldn't resist throwing in a dig. "He'll look good lying on the canvas with me standing over him," he said, prompting laughter and excitement. But Mike, ever the legend, remained silent, eyes locked on his challenger.
There was enough negativity in the world, so we were curious if you had something nice to say about one another.
Well,
I'm getting booed? Wow.
Anything come to mind, Jake?
Well, I think he's going to look good in the picture when he's on the canvas and I'm standing over him. There's a lot of talk online saying you're going to kill me, and it just nothing in person. It's, I don't know. It's pretty boring, pretty fucking boring.
Do you think these are mind games?
I don't know, man. It's not working. Whatever these games are, it's not going to change the result of what happens Friday night.
The host shifted the focus, questioning Jake's seriousness as a boxer. The young fighter wasn't having it. "You're disrespecting Mike Tyson to his face," he snapped. "You don't think he's a serious boxer?" Jake's loyalty to the sport was evident, his tone serious as he defended his ambitions.
And you've said in the past that you want to be taken seriously as a boxer. So, if that is your goal, when can we expect you to start fighting legitimate contending fighters in your given weight class?
I think you're the same dumbass from the other event.
I am
asked
that
that
same
same
guy,
dumbass question,
and you didn't answer
And
the
you're
first time.
and you're sitting here disrespecting Mike Tyson to his face once again.
I asked you a
Do you
question.
not think that he's a serious boxer?
As the conversation veered toward his legacy, Mike mentioned his legendary trainer, Cus D'Amato. "He'd be proud of me," he said. The crowd murmured in agreement, feeling the legacy and pride in Mike's words.
A big story, a big part of your history, of course, your first trainer, the late great Cus D'Amato. What do you think he would say of this spectacle going down on Friday?
He'd be very happy.
What do you think he would tell you about how to beat Jake Paul?
He would be very happy.
In an unexpected twist, Jake challenged Mike to bring his ruthless side back. "I want that savage, Mike," he said, eyes daring. "I want the hardest match possible." Mike's face remained calm, but the challenge was clear.
You know, I fear no man, so I want him to be that old savage Mike. He says he's gonna kill me. Is that what you're gonna do, Mike? Because I'm ready. I want that killer. I want the hardest match possible Friday night, and I want there to be no excuses from everyone at home when I knock him out. So is that what you're gonna bring, Homicidal?
I'm just ready.
A brief poll among the audience tipped heavily in Mike's favor. Jake watched the overwhelmingly positive response with amusement, saying, "When I see people saying dumb predictions, I just feel bad for them."
You can never bet against a legend, Mike Tyson.
4-3 Mike. Abel.
Tyson.
5-3 Mike. Winderson.
Tyson.
6-3 Mike. Belinda.
Tyson.
7-3 Mike.
Mike Tyson.
8-3 Mike.
Mike Tyson.
Damn. Jake, the disrespect. It's palpable.
I love it, you know?
Then the stakes rose higher. With the crowd hanging on every word, Jake proposed a bet, $1 million on the fight. He grinned, hand extended, but Mike simply stared back, unflinching. "How much you willing to lose, brother?" Mike replied coolly, his confidence radiating.
At the end of the day, who wants to bet on it, huh? Does anyone want to bet on it? I'm shaking hands. So how much we want to bet on this? You said, Mike, how much you want to bet? He said he's good. That's what I thought. How much you want to bet?
Mike Tyson.
How much?
How much you?
How much? As much as you're willing to lose, brother.
So okay. So I'll give you my property
How
in
much?
India.
How much?
My property is like more than 1 million. I'll give you.
Deal. How much you want to bet?
How much you want to lose?
Bro, the time I spent taking a shit is how much you make in your whole life, buddy. Shut the fuck up. How much you want to lose?
Whatever.
$1 million, deal. We got 1 million here, 1 million here.
Okay.
Come on.
Jake Paul's father, Gregory Allen Paul, reflecting on Jake Paul's career and the nature of boxing, shares his underlying anxiety as a father. Despite his pride in Jake's accomplishments, he acknowledges the unpredictable dangers of the sport, emphasizing that boxing is never completely safe. He mentions that a single punch could alter the fight's outcome, conveying his constant worry during each match until it's over.
Are you a little worried for Jake early on in the fight when Mike's got all his vim and vigor?
I'm worried in every fight because it's a fight game and it only takes one punch to change a game. So yeah, I'm always worried until it's over. Until it's done, it's still a fight.
Jake Paul's mother discusses her emotional investment in Jake's fights, attributing her son's fighting spirit to her own resilience and desire to protect them. She shares that when people disrespect Jake, her instinct is to remind them that Jake's hard work is why they have their platform. This reflects her deep-rooted pride and the drive she instilled in her sons. Gregory also addresses Jake's upcoming match with Mike Tyson, interpreting Tyson's serious demeanor as a sign of readiness rather than hostility.
Now, I know one of the reasons the boys fight, him and Logan, and I've known both of them a few years now, is because of you.
Yeah, why do you think they fight? Because of me.
Because you've got the fighting spirit.
Woo! I do.
Yeah, I know you do.
Yeah, I do. I have the fighting spirit. When these people are back here disrespecting my son, I just want to turn around and say to them, the only reason you're sitting in that chair right now is because of my son. And that's what I want to say to him. So that's my fighting spirit.
When you saw Mike Tyson's mood today, does that make you kind of like nervous?
I got Logan texting me, Mom, what's wrong with Mike? It's sad.
You know what it is, don't you?
I think he's playing a game.
No, he's ready.
Or he's ready.
Gareth A. Davies discusses the fight's initial strategy, predicting that Mike Tyson will start aggressively in the early rounds, aiming for a quick knockout. Tyson's approach is to go hard in the first few rounds, potentially cornering Jake Paul and delivering powerful punches. However, if the fight extends beyond these rounds, Paul may have a chance to win on points, depending on Tyson's stamina.
Those 30 years, the longer the fight goes on, how much do you think that could affect the fight?
Oh, well, I think if my feeling, and Spencer Oliver's out here with me, we have slightly differing views on the fight. Mine, quite openly and with my clarity on it, is Mike Tyson goes hard early, as he told me yesterday. The objective is to knock his opponent out, as simple as that, to go for it, to go hard early on. And I think 2-minute rounds, you don't get tired. And I think for the first 2 or 3 rounds, he will explode. He'll push Jake Paul into a corner and he'll explode on him. And if he lands, he may hurt the young man. But after that, I think it goes further. I think it'll go to points. And I bet you Jake Paul wins on points, whether people agree with that or not.
Chris Billum-Smith shares his perspective on the popularity of the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight. He acknowledges the business side of boxing, recognizing why a high-profile figure like Mike Tyson continues to draw massive attention despite his age. Chris also comments on Jake Paul's unique approach, where he leveraged his existing fan base before becoming a boxer, contrasting with traditional fighters who build their fan base after entering the sport.
No, I get it's a business and I get it's more eyes, and I think the day that Mike Tyson doesn't get a lot of eyes on him, or I was to get more eyes than Mike Tyson, then that'd be a surprising day for everyone, including myself. But so he's always going to have eyes on him. He's a legend of the sport. Yes, he maybe shouldn't be in the ring at the age he's at, but yeah, I understand it's a business, and they're. With Jake Paul, a lot of fighters, they learn to box and then they try and build their fan base. But I think with Jake Paul and these YouTubers, they build their fan base, and now they're learning to box and using their fan base. So they're doing it back to front.
Malignaggi expresses concern for Mike Tyson's health in the fight, noting that a 58-year-old's ability to take punches is diminished compared to younger fighters. He highlights that Tyson was already showing a weakened chin in his mid-30s before retiring, raising doubts about his resilience now. Despite the larger gloves, likely 14-ounce, Paulie believes Tyson is still at risk, questioning the prudence of having him face a much younger, stronger opponent. Chris Algieri has low expectations for the Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson fight, questioning whether it can be considered a genuine contest given Tyson's age and the event's unusual conditions. He speculates that if Paul aggressively pursues a knockout against the 58-year-old Tyson, it would do little for Paul's credibility in the boxing world. Algieri believes that while Tyson's fans might find significance in a victory, those with a deeper understanding of boxing would view it skeptically.
If Paul goes out there and
Michael Bisping expresses his hope for a Mike Tyson victory, specifically a knockout, which he believes would be a satisfying outcome for the boxing community. He suggests that a Tyson win would embarrass Jake Paul, as it would highlight the disparity in their ages and experience levels, potentially damaging Jake's career credibility.
Anyway, if he does do it, if he becomes the face of boxing and the biggest draw in boxing, and to be fair, that will be somewhat true because he is garnering a lot of attention, selling out big crowds, 60,000 people going. Granted, a lot of that is because of Mike Tyson, because of the nostalgia, because of the old school boxing fans, and also because of Jake Paul. I mean, the man is ridiculously popular with the younger demographic, right? So a lot of it is for Jake Paul as well. But if he goes out there and he knocks out Mike Tyson, that's not a bad look. If he loses to Mike Tyson, that's it. It's a wrap, baby.
Eddie Hearn discusses the potential outcome of a fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. He believes Jake would likely win due to his age advantage and consistent training over the past few years, whereas Tyson, now 58, has been retired for over 25 years and is far from his prime. Hearn respects Jake's dedication and training, though he still considers Jake an average fighter. He emphasizes that age and physical condition are crucial factors, even for a legendary boxer like Tyson.
58 years of age. What you have to understand is Mike Tyson retired from boxing about 25 years ago. When he did, he was completely spent. That was 25 years ago.
That's pretty wild thinking about it.
I mean, 58 years old.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm 45. I think you're 46.
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Like we feel like, don't we? We're still there, don't we? This guy's 15 years or 14 years older than me. And like, if I went in there against Jake Paul now, he'd probably demolish me.
Frank Warren discusses his mixed feelings about the fight between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. While he acknowledges Jake Paul's skill as a promoter and the excitement this event has generated, he disapproves of the match due to Tyson's age, feeling it isn't aligned with genuine boxing. Warren appreciates the promotional aspect and Paul's appeal to fans, but personally finds the fight not for me and questions its value beyond entertainment.
No, I don't like the idea of a 58-year-old man fighting. I think it's dreadful.
Yeah.
But, you know, he's obviously, it's his choice. I can't tell him what to do. He's got licensed in Texas. But for some reason, they've licensed it. I don't know if it's an exhibition or what. It's 2-minute rounds. Was it 8-2s? And, you know, Jake, as I've said on many occasions, I like Jake. He's a great promoter. And Nikita is his partner. They're really good people to work with, and this is this market that they work in, and that's it. And it's obviously captured everybody's imagination. That's why you're talking about it, and I'm on the program today.
Billy Joe Saunders critiques the upcoming fight, calling it embarrassing for Jake Paul even if he wins. He argues that Jake should face a younger, active champion rather than a 60-year-old Tyson, suggesting that fighting Tyson at his age would not prove Jake's skill. Saunders implies the fight is driven more by financial motives than competitive merit.
It's going to be embarrassing for Jake Paul to even get a win over Tyson. Because, okay, you fight Mike Tyson, why not fight now then, one of the best in the division? Or why not fight Intercontinental Champion at your weight? If you're good enough to fight a 60-year-old Mike Tyson, you know, and take liberties, you're certainly, you know, good enough. I mean, I'm not being funny or nothing. And I know a lot of people would say, oh, yeah, you know, they'd do it for the money. I'd fight Jake Paul for nothing, you know, for bringing that. Look, he's going to beat Tyson. It's just embarrassing on himself.
Roy Jones Jr. shares his perspective, affirming that Mike Tyson should win the fight easily. He questions Jake Paul's chances, noting that if Paul couldn't beat Tommy Fury, a non-champion, he is unlikely to defeat Tyson, who has a legendary boxing background.
That Mike Tyson will walk this within 3 rounds, and then people quote back to me his age, and I'm like, yeah, but Jake Paul's not a boxer. He's had one fight against a professional. That was against Tommy Fury, and he lost it. Am I losing the plot a bit, thinking Mike Tyson will win this quite easily?
No, you're not. I mean, for me, man, I see it the exact same way you see it. I mean, if you can't beat Tommy Fury and a guy who hasn't become a world champion, how you gonna beat Mike Tyson, who is the youngest heavyweight champion of all time?
Tony Bellew is far from impressed with Jake Paul's decision to fight Mike Tyson. He dismissed any idea of ever stepping into the ring with Paul, stating that Paul only seeks out easier opponents. Bellew scoffed at Paul's claim of carrying boxing on his back, adding that Paul couldn't even carry my jockstrap. He stressed that as a 41-year-old father of 4, he has no interest in facing Paul, whom he believes would have no chance against him.
Yeah, we didn't have words. You know, he said he was carrying boxing on his back. I said he couldn't carry me jockstrap. It still remains the same. You're best taking it up with Norman. What's going on, brother? You good? Listen, it is what it is. But right now, Norman's ready. I'm training him hard, and my name doesn't even need mentioning me because he wouldn't come within 10 feet of me.
So just to end on, then, you don't think that would ever happen? You don't think Jake would ever approach
If he's ever going to fight me, he's just chasing guys with a pulse. I mean, I'm 41 and I'm a father of 4. He's got no intentions of coming near me, mate.
Tyson's cutman, Stitch Duran, commended Mike Tyson's development under trainer Cordo, highlighting how they've combined Tyson's raw power with refined tactics. Stitch is confident this evolution could lead to a win over Jake Paul, though he stopped short of predicting a knockout, acknowledging boxing's inherent unpredictability. He also recognized Jake Paul's commitment to the sport and emphasized the need for a safe, competitive match for both fighters.
No, that's what I was telling you. Javier Cordero done a tremendous job in giving him another style of fighting outside of. You don't want to take away that style that Mike has, because that's Mike. But now he made him a lot smarter, not harder. And to combine them both should result in a victory.
Should result in a victory. Do you think that he stops Jake Paul?
I never predict those. You know that. I mean, you always ask me those questions. I don't predict them because I don't know and you don't know. You know, do I care?
Randy Couture is convinced that Tyson still possesses the knockout power to take down any opponent. After reviewing Tyson's training footage, Couture commented that even at 57, Tyson is fully capable of knocking out Jake Paul.
I mean, look at the training footage. That pop is still there. That explosive speed and power is still there. I think this, obviously he's still a 58-year-old Mike Tyson, but he's still got it, in my opinion. And though that bodes well for going out and this probably ending within the first or second round.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more content. Let us know in the comments what you think about this fight. Who do you think will come out on top? Also, turn on notifications so you don't miss our next video.